Hello everyone, welcome to all of you in this new video. This is the 10th part of the multiple choice questions on engineering graphics. Particularly in this part, I'm going to cover some basic questions on the projections of solids. Similarly, in the previous videos also, I have covered some basic questions and the link of all those videos is given in the description. So let's start for the questions. The first question, which one of the following is not a polyhedron? The options are cube, square pyramid, pentagonal prism and cylinder. Okay, so the polyhedron is nothing but if a solid is bounded by planes called faces which meets in a straight line called edges. Such type of objects are called as a polyhedron. 3D views of that options are nothing but the cube, which is having such type of structure, the 6 equal faces are there. Then square pyramid is also having the flat surfaces. Then pentagonal prism is also having the top and bottom is symmetrical structure, and the top and bottom structures are going to join with the help of rectangular faces. Each and every face is also having the plane or flat surface. And the fourth option, the cylinder, if you are going to observe, it is having the flat surface at the top and bottom, that is a circle, and but the top and bottom circle is going to join with the help of completely curved surface. There is no edge within the circle. The correct answer for this question is nothing but option D, cylinder. Okay, it is not a polyhedron. Now the next question, which one of the following is not a regular polyhedron? Okay, right, in the previous question it was mentioned only regarding the polyhedron. Now it is second question is related to the regular polyhedron. So the options are tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, hexagonal pyramid. Out of these four, which one is not a regular polyhedron? Okay, so once again we will have the look on the definition of the regular polyhedron. Regular polyhedron is nothing but it is a solid having all the faces equal and regular. Okay, means each and every face which is present in the 3D component object is having the equal and regular faces. So once again we will take the reference of the 3D diagrams of the four options. That is, tetrahedron is nothing but having the four equal triangular faces. Then octahedron, it is having the total 8 equal faces, triangular faces. And the hexagonal pyramid, if you are going to observe, it is the base of the pyramid is nothing but hexagonal structure, but the upper surface are having the triangular surfaces. So here it is not having the equal and regular faces. So the regular polyhedron is, first three options are the regular polyhedron. The hexagonal pyramid is not a regular polyhedron. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option fourth, that is hexagonal pyramid is not a regular polyhedron. Now the next question, which one of the following is odd one? The options are cylinder, cone, sphere and prism. Out of these four, which one is the separate one or different one? Okay, when you are going to observe the options, the first thing that we have to remember here, what is the basic difference between these four solids that we have to identify first of all. Such as if you are going to observe the cylinder, cone and sphere, they are comes under the one category, and the prism is belonging to the other category. That is, category is nothing but as per the formations of the solid. Okay, so when you are going to observe the 3D views of all these four components, the first one, cylinder, is nothing but having the top and bottom as a circle, and the top and bottom surface are going to join with the help of completely curved surface. Then the second conical object is there, it is also having the single circular base, and the upper surface, the surface which are going to observe here, it is a completely curved in nature. The sphere is also having the completely curve in outer surface. Okay, so the prism, the fourth one is there, if you are going to observe, it is a polyhedron, it is having the flat surfaces. Okay, so or it is bounded by the flat surfaces, that's why the prism is the odd one among these four options. So the correct answer for this, that is nothing but the option D, prism. Okay, once again you can observe here, cylinder, cone and sphere are having the curved surface, and prism is bounded by the flat faces. Okay, that is a key point to differentiate between them. Next question, the line joining the apex to one of the point of the base circle of a cone is called as, the options are edge of the base, slant edge, generator, or none of these. Okay, so just once again remember carefully what they have mentioned. The line which is joining the apex to one of the point of the base circle of cone. We will take the reference of the 3D objects once again. That is a cylinder, cone and hexagonal prism is there. And if you are going to observe in the cylinder and prism, the complete bottom and top surfaces are symmetrical in structure. Okay, but here they have asked they have mentioned about the conical object. Suppose we are going to consider the conical object having such type of structure. The base circle and the apex point is there, and when we are going to join the apex to the base, one of the point of the base, that line is called as, we have to select from the options. Okay, so in a other way we will take the reference of this diagram also. It is nothing but the line diagram for the conical object. It shows the O point as a apex or vertex, then axis of the object, then base of the conical object as a circle, and the line which joins the apex to the one of the point of the base, that is nothing but this one, that is called as a generator. So the correct answer for this question is nothing but option third, that is a generator. Okay, just remember once again, in the cylinder also, the line which is joining the one of the point of the upper circle and bottom circle are at the same position. Okay, means towards right side or towards left side, that line also, this one also is called as a generator, right side generator, and this one is also called as a left side generator. Likewise, we can represent different generators as per the requirement or as per the position of the that particular cylindrical object. Okay, but when we are going to consider a hexagonal prism, then the point of the corner point of the, one of the corner point of the top and bottom is going to join with the help of this line. Okay, that is called as the edge of the object. Okay, so I hope all of you understood this. The correct answer for this question is generator. Now the next question, if a solid whose axis is perpendicular to its base is called as, the options are right solid, oblique solid, regular solid, or irregular solid. So with the help of this diagram we can understand this. When the axis of the object or the edges, lateral edges of the objects are exactly perpendicular to its base. Okay, suppose we are going to consider this first hexagonal prism which is having the edges exactly vertical and they are perpendicular to the base. Okay, you can observe here the edges perpendicular to the base, and in this also the axis is also perpendicular to the base. If you are going to draw the axis is also exactly perpendicular to the base. Such type of objects are called as a right solid, but it is a prism, so we can mention it as right prism. Similarly, the other one is oblique is there. You can observe the edges or the axis is somewhat inclined to the base. It is not exactly perpendicular or it is not exactly at 90 degree. Such objects are called as oblique prism or oblique solid. Okay, similarly for cylinder also. So as per the question, if the axis is perpendicular to its base, then that object is called as a right solid. The option A is correct. That is correct answer, right solid. Next question, a solid which are having all the faces are equal rectangles is called as, okay, the object which is having all the faces equal rectangles is called as options cube, prism, pyramid, and cylinder. Okay, once again we will take the reference of the 3D objects. The first one is nothing but the cylinder, second is the cone, third one is nothing but we can mention is a square pyramid, and it is a prism. And if you are going to observe the structures of these four objects, you can observe as per the condition all the faces are equal rectangle. Only in the prism the vertical surfaces are there as per the vertical position of the object in a rectangular, exactly a rectangular structure. Okay, but if you are going to observe in a pyramid, it is nothing but having the triangular structure. In a cone, it is a completely curved structure. In the cylinder also, it is a completely curved surface. Okay, so as per the question, the answer which is correct one, that is the second option, prism. Okay, in that only the all the faces are equal rectangles. Next question, if a right solid having its axis perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP, then true shape of the base is visible in, okay, the condition which is given, if a right solid having its axis perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP, then the true shape of its base is visible in, the options are front view, top view, side view, or none of these. Okay, first of all we will consider a quadrant, and in that we will consider any one solid object. Suppose this is the first quadrant, and we are going to consider this is the cylindrical object as a reference, and as per the condition axis of the object is perpendicular to the HP. If we are going to draw the axis and if we are going to extend it, it is exactly perpendicular to HP as well as it is parallel to the VP. Now this is the actual position as per the condition. Now for this case, the question is that in which view the true shape of the object is visible. Now suppose always the front view direction is nothing but to draw the front view is this one. The image will be get created on the vertical plane, and when we are going to observe it from the top view, its image is going to create on the horizontal plane. Okay, so they have mentioned about in which view the true shape of the base. Okay, the true shape of the base is nothing but actually in a cylinder the circular two circular faces are there at the top and bottom, and as per the condition vertical cylinder is there, and when we are going to observe it from the top view, then and then only the true shape of the base is visible. So the correct answer for this question is nothing but from the top view the true shape of the base is visible. Okay, these are nothing but the front to top view representations on the HP and VP, and as per the question the answer is second option is correct. Top view shows the true shape of the base. Next question please. If a right solid having its axis parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP, then which view should be drawn first and which view should be projected from it? Okay, the question is having the condition axis parallel to the HP and perpendicular to VP. Okay, as per that we will see what are the options. The first, draw front view and then project its top view. Second option, first draw its top view then project its front view. First draw its side view and project its front view, and fourth option, first draw its side view and then project top view. So once again we will take the reference of the quadrant and object. Suppose this is the object which is having its position axis parallel to the HP and perpendicular to VP. If I are going to draw the axis here, it is exactly perpendicular to the vertical plane and it is parallel to the horizontal plane. Now in this case the question is which view first of all we have to draw and which one is the second view in simple way. Okay, so always this is the vertical plane, and when we are going to observe from the front view direction, its true shape of the base is visible. It is going to create here on the vertical plane, and when we are going to observe it from the top view, the rectangular surface will be get created on the horizontal plane. Okay, and the views structure will be different as per the condition of the object will be get changed, means side or edge is perpendicular to HP likewise. Okay, so for this case as per the procedure, always first of all we have to draw the true shape of the base, whatever may be the position of the object, either vertical or horizontal. Now in this case the horizontal position of the object is there, and in that case the true shape of the base is visible in the front view. So always the true shape of the base we have to draw first of all, and then we have to draw the second view. Then here the true shape of the base is visible in the front view, means first of all we have to draw the front view and then we have to project the top view. As per that, which option is correct? First draw front view and then project is top view. The correct answer is option A. First draw the front view and then project top view. Next question. If the axis of the right solid is parallel to both HP and VP, okay, axis is parallel to HP VP, then the true shape of the base is visible in which view? The options are front view, top view, side view, or none of these. Once again we will take the reference of the quadrants and actual position of the object as per the condition. The object is having its axis parallel to horizontal plane and vertical plane. Okay, as per that the hexagonal prism is there which is having its axis parallel to VP and parallel to the HP, and in that case it is also called as the axis is perpendicular to the profile plane. Might be such type of condition will be there. Okay, and when we are going to observe such type of condition of the object in the first quadrant, then the true shape of the base is visible in the which view, that we have to identify. Now this is the vertical plane, this is the VP, this is the horizontal plane. Okay, and when we are going to observe from this direction, this is the front view direction, its front view image is going to create on the VP, and when we are going to observe from the top view, the top view image is going to create on the HP. But from front view and top view the true shape of the base is not visible. So the true shape of the base is a hexagonal structure. So when we are going to observe from the side view, means either this is nothing but the side view direction, that is left hand side view, its image is going to create on the profile plane, that is a hexagonal structure, and then only it will show the true shape of the base. Means we have to observe the object from the side view or its side view shows the true shape of the base. So correct answer, that is option third, that is side view shows the true shape of the base. Now the next question. If the axis of the right solid is inclined to the HP and parallel to VP, then its projections has to be drawn in how many stages or dash stages? The options are in single stage, in two stage, in three stage, or none of these. Okay, so here the condition which is given, the axis of the solid is inclined to the HP and parallel to VP. Now here the condition that we have to remember always, only one inclination is given, means with one plane inclination is given, with other plane the axis of that object is given parallel. So if only one inclination is given, in that case always we have to solve that numerical or draw the projections of that object as per the condition in two stages. Okay, just have the look on the diagram. The same condition is used here. The axis of the object is inclined to the HP and parallel to VP. So always in the first step we have to consider that axis is perpendicular to HP. We have to draw its front to top view. Then in the second stage we have to consider the actual inclination of the axis with reference plane, either with HP or VP. So here they have given with HP inclination. So such type of numerical we have to solve in two stages. In the first stage, the true shape of the base and the front view or whatever maybe the views are there, we have to draw. And in the second stage, we have to consider the actual inclination of the axis. So the correct answer is option second, two stages. The last question for this video. A cone is cut by a sectional plane parallel to its base and the portion containing the apex is removed. The remaining portion is called as options. First term of the cone, truncated cone, both A and B are correct or none of these. So the reference diagram is there. When a conical object or pyramidal object is there and it is get cut by a cutting plane which is having somewhat inclined to the base. Okay, suppose we are going to extend it, it is having the inclination with its base. Such type of objects are called as a truncated cone or truncated solid. Okay, but the question is there, the cutting plane is exactly parallel to the base. So if you are going to observe this, the conical object and pyramidal object, it is cut by a cutting plane, imaginary cutting plane, which is exactly parallel to its base, then the apex point containing portion is removed. Okay, just in this 3D view we can observe this is the conical object, and suppose this object is get cutted here with the help of cutting plane which is exactly parallel to its base. Then what will happen? The object is get divided into the two parts. So suppose we are going to remove the upper part which is having the apex point in that. Okay, this part is completely removed and the remaining part which is there, that part is called as a first term of the cone, or if it is a pyramid then it is called as a first term of the pyramid. Okay, remember one thing, only the apex point portion is removed, then the remaining portion is called as the first term of the cone or first term of the pyramid. So the correct answer for this question is nothing but option A, first term of the cone. Okay, now the same question will be there with a different condition. The cutting plane is inclined to its base. Okay, if the same object is cut by a cutting plane which is having the condition or somewhat inclined to its base, then that object will be called as a, that is the second one, truncated cone. Okay, that's we have to remember. I think all of you might be understood all these questions and its explanations. So thank you very much for watching this video. Now at the last, if you like the video, please subscribe my channel if you are new to my channel, and click on the like button for this video and share this video as much as possible. And at the last, please don't forget to click on the bell icon to receive the updates regarding the new videos. Thank you so much for watching the video.